Hey guys, Biot-Savart here, and I wanted to give a little guide here for Britannia. I thought this was a good idea. I unfortunately didn't think of this previously for my Carthage or Egypt or Seleucids campaign here. That's a bit of a shame. But I'm going to do one for Britannia and my playthroughs onwards. So Britannia, if I recall correctly, was listed as a C tier Rome 1 faction by Legend of Total War in his faction guide, and it's a bit misleading. I'm going to have to respectfully disagree with Legend of Total War here. I played Britannia, and they were rather easy. You start out with these four settlements here: Londinium, Eburacum, Deva, and Samarabriva. And you border the Gauls and Germans immediately. I would So to start off the game, just build up your economy here in these settlements as well as you can. Building a port in Samarabriva will unlock like 1,500 gold per turn right then and there. So that should be your first priority. And why do I say Britannia is easy? I would put it in the B tier with all those factions. I would promote it from C to B, quite honestly, because the unique units of the Britons, namely these British light chariots, missile cavalry, these are extremely effective at this game. Missile attack 10, a lot of ammo. They get 60 volleys, morale 7, and they frighten nearby enemy infantry. That is very powerful. Do not underestimate that. These British light chariots are very powerful. I mean, like, there's also a strange phenomena where the game does not consider these light chariots to be um, very powerful for whatever reason. Like, look at this army for whatever reason. 20 of 20 filled. My meter is only half filled. So your generals have the benefit of just gaining command stars very quickly because the game thinks you're fighting with half stacks beating full stacks, but you're really not. So you will regularly have just these 7-star amazing generals. I mean, look at some of these generals I've built up. 6 stars, 7 stars, 5, 6, 6 to 7. They're incredible. You don't really even need to try that hard. I mean, if you don't even want to fight the battles, auto-resolve will win pretty much everything as long as you've got like 18 chariots, one general in there, and like one infantry unit to actually build and operate the your siege equipment. But nonetheless, what's your strategy here? You want to conquer Gaul. That's a great way to start. Another bonus that Britannia gets that I don't think Legend of Total War quite incorporated into his review is that, and this is on very hard, I just finished. Another bonus is that all these buildings here are of barbarian culture. That's your culture. There are 5 barbarian factions: the Britons, Gauls, Germans, Dacians, and Spaniards over here. So all this land you're capturing is already your culture. You will get no culture penalty for all of these provinces. That's greatly to your advantage. Do not underestimate that. I mean, to be fair, once you start conquering Italy and Africa and the Greeks and whatever you get up to, of course, then it becomes a pain to hold. Case in point, Corduba here, 67%. Culture penalty, 33%, because I can't... I haven't taken the initiative to delete these decent buildings. But, of course, that is an option here. So stuff like that. It's, of course, a weakness of the Britons, but nonetheless, they're still a great faction. Also, there are other units. These Woad Warriors. Where can I get these Woad Warriors? These are very good units. 10 morale, 13 melee attack. Not a lot of defense, unfortunately. Chosen Swordsman, even better. 12 morale, 13 melee attack. Total defense, 17. These can actually stand up to the early Roman units pretty well. In my own playthrough, I did pretty well in Spain. The Romans already landed in Carthago Nova and Corduba and Scalabus and took those settlements. So I had to fight them out of Spain early with my chariots, and they did very well. So do not disregard Britannia's chariots. They will get you very far. Even on very hard difficulty, they're still a very good unit. Because you can just put them in skirmish mode and have them back up. They've got good range. But you can conquer most of Europe of your own culture here. Most of Gaul, Spain, You'll either have the option of going onwards to the Greek lands or into Africa where Carthage is or was. And beyond that, you don't need to really, you're on the opposite side of the map from Egypt, so you don't really need to fight Egypt or Greece over here, or whoever's in Anatolia by the time you win the game. There's not a lot of reason to fight. I mean, you can actually take on Scythia, ironically. They also have their own horse archers, which you can fight with your horse archers. But I would recommend Britannia. They're not a bad faction to start off with if you want to play as a barbarian faction. And give it a shot, guys. Feel free to watch my playthroughs parts 1 through 5 if you want a little bit more context. I think it's parts 1 through 6, actually. You want a little bit more context as to how things went. But Gaul and Germania and Spain you can easily handle, and from then on it's just building units. Outbuilding the Romans. The Julii in particular, those are probably be the first guys you interact with. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.